Okay. Oh, who wants to be my birdie? Where's Dino? Dina, you want to be birdie? Do you want to be my birdie, please?
Oh, I will, but whose coffee is this?
Oh, it was mine.
Oh, okay. It's in.
Thank you.
Oh, so sweet.
Thank you.
The gentleman.
Oh, I don't have any blindfold.
Oh,
Thank you.
Alright, everyone's got a blindfold. Everyone's great. Amazing. I declare the start of the third game of the night. Your lovely host is Miss Reggie, and your birdie is Mr. Dino. Night falls upon the city. Player number 1, please choose your card. Player number 2, please choose your card. Player number 3, please choose your card. Player number 4, please choose your card. Player number 5, please choose your card. Player number 6, please choose your card. Player number 7, please choose your card. Player number 8, please choose your card. Player number 9, please choose your card. And player number 10, please see what the city has left for you. The roles have been decided. The music will change and get louder. Mafia Don awakens. Mafia members, please awaken. You have 1 minute to make your plan. Thank you, Mafia. Please go back to sleep. Sheriff may awaken if they choose to. Morning arises in the city. May the stronger team win. We start. Morning arises. Wake up. We start our discussions today with player number 1, Miss Candy. You have 1 minute.
Hello everyone, good morning. It's always hard being number 1, but I'll just start with a random story because that's pretty popular. Well, I have 3 jobs and I've got 2 reception jobs and then 1 kind of bartending job. So mainly I'm just a receptionist, and the other day a patient threatened to kill me, which was fun because I do work in mental health, so that's always a bit of a challenge. So mafia in real life. Yeah, I don't know. So, but that's okay. Like, I'm pretty used to it at this point. I've been working in mental health for a year, and yeah, I have a psychology degree. Not everyone knows that.
Oh.
Yes. So, doesn't mean. Well, I'm okay with reading people, but gosh,
10 seconds.
I get really in the thick of it, and I get a bit crazy. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
And thank you, Miss Candy. That's your minute anyway. We move on to play number 2, Miss Mamba. Your minute.
Thank you, Mr. Reggie. Wow, I'm impressed. Yeah, actually, I noticed you were reading people very well because even on the 0 round, you have pretty good guesses, so when you read. So, wow, yeah, that's very, yeah, I'm sorry to hear this story about you went through. That's terrible. Yeah, so I believe number 1 is reddish, so I'm gonna play with you. So it's hard to tell, obviously, but I see nothing to assume that you're a dark player in this game, but obviously we'll see later. So, yeah. So after your story, my stories are not really. Yeah, I just want to tell. So a couple of a week ago, I was in Sydney, and one of the Sydney club just gave me this one as a present. So it's called Prime Time. Thank you guys if you watch us. Oh.
And thank you, Miss Mamba. That's your minute. We move on to play number 3. Mr. Ross, your minute.
Good morning, all. Good morning. I would like to agree with Miss Mamba. Miss Candy seems very red, and so does Miss Mamba. Other than that, I really would like to say I feel like I'm a new man. I have had a troubled past. I recently just got out of prison. I swear I didn't do anything, but they put me there anyway. So I like to think that I'm a bit of a goody two-shoes now, and I'm not up to any mischief, especially at night time. I get home by about 7 or 8, exception is tonight obviously. Bit of a goody two-shoes. If you can handle that, we'll probably get along. But yeah, other than that, Miss Mamba, Miss Candy, they seem like, seem very, very genuine and very red. Nice.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. We move on to now play number 4, Mr. America. Your minute.
Good morning, everyone. My opinion would be not very popular in Russian community when I found all 3 people being red. Sometimes it's already suspicious finding the rest of the spoken table red. Yeah, and interesting stories. The same. I'm a bit suspicious about number 2, but it's not because her speech. It's about her experience. And number 3, I can't concentrate because smells pizza so much here.
10 seconds left.
So we'll see after the 0 round who is who, and we will win as a Red City. Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Rego. That's your minute. We move on to play number 5, Miss Phoenix. Your minute.
Good morning, everyone. I play with number 7. Why? Because she's red. Look at her. All her red vibe on her. Okay, moving on. Creative speech, number 1. Yeah, sorry about that thing, but yeah, it's like your degree related with your job kind of thing. So it's like, okay, makes sense. So it's like, I know what you study, so it's like, it's not a made up story. That's good. Number 2, you're more dark than red for me right now. I will wait to see what happens, but for now, so far you're the one that's just giving me the dark vibes. Creative speech, number 3 as well. I'm playing with you. I'm playing with number 1, number 3, and number 4 so far. Your speech was good, and I agree that so far, 10
seconds.
100% of the table can be read at this point, so it's like they statistically have to be at least 1 mafia player over here, so we'll see.
And thank you, Miss Phoenix. That's your minute. We move on to play number 6, Miss Fortune. Your minute.
Yeah, I have a situation. Is it possible like half of the table red for me? So I agree with Miss Phoenix. It's less likely that it's possible. So number 1, number 2 red for me, and number 3 a little bit less enthusiastic than last time. Yeah, I really suspect you last time because you were super enthusiastic. So for me now, I don't know, you're in the gray zone. I don't know how you're playing. Maybe it's you. Number 4, I don't know. Grey for me. Yeah, difficult to say. Number 5, red for me. I'm playing with him. And I'll listen left side of
10
the table
seconds.
and decide what I'll do. Pass.
Thank you, Miss Fortune. We move on to player number 7, Miss Frenchie, your minute.
Morning all, rise and shine. Alright, first of all, I'm a red player and I hope we're gonna win like the last game. Player number 1, terrible story, I'm so sorry. But like you're more red for me right now, but let's see because it was still short. Miss Mamba, usually you give us like a lot of motivation and you tell us what to do. And you tell us what to do and you're like, oh, like, Sheriff, blah, blah, blah. You give us advice and you did not, but let's see. A bit more grey, but not like, yeah, just grey at the moment. Number 3, you played very well last time, so I'm going to be very careful and have my eyes on you, so I'm not playing with you at this stage and we will see later.
10 seconds.
Amerigo always quite suspicious to me, so so let's wait and see, but not particularly
And
dark or
thank you, Miss Frenchie. That's your minute. We now move on to player number 8, Mr. Rat, your minute.
Number 1, that story sounded messed up. I work in as a disability support, so I've dealt with my fair share of troublesome participants. I've had to call the police for a mum who had her son beating her up, so that was fun. Yeah, it can be rough living in Midwales and all that, you know. Number 4, I think you using a bit of simple maths, going the chances of one of these 3 probably being mafia makes sense logically, so you're probably more red for me. Number 5, I'm a grey area. Oh no, number 4. Number 4. Yeah, number 4. Number 3.
10 seconds left.
Probably more mafia for number 2. Other than that, I don't know. But number 4 probably more.
And thank you, Mr. Rat. That's your minute. We move on to player number 9, Mr. President, your minute.
Oh, I'm very tired, so please kill me quickly. Yeah, number 2 is Mafia. Look at her t-shirt. Otherwise, 5 is Mafia. Remember the first game I said if she doesn't say, oh, I wish I had Mafia, she's Mafia, and she was Mafia the first game. She didn't say it and she's Mafia. And she's trying to team up with number 7 to make an ally. There was no reason to involve number 7. And yeah, so number 5 is Mafia for sure. Sorry. And yeah. Otherwise, yeah, number 2, number 5,
10 seconds left.
maybe number 4, maybe number 10. No, number
Thank you,
just
Mr.
number
President.
5. Just
That's
number
your
5.
minute. We move on to player number 10, Mr. Hemlock, your minute.
Everyone, just want to flag that after what player 3 did last game, he might die tonight, but it might not be from Mafia, so just putting it out there for everyone. For my thoughts on the tables, my thoughts is everyone is acting very similar to how I saw them act last game. But I also lose number 3, so he was Mafia last game. He seems to be acting the exact same way, so it's probably the darkest for me at the table at the moment. Never played with 8 before, and I don't have much of a vibe from anyone else. I do think 5 and 7 are probably on the same team, just from 5's comment. But I don't think there's anything necessarily too dark from that. Yeah, I think Cher's going to check tonight. Please check play number 3.
10 seconds.
Number 8. 3 or 8, check one of them.
And thank you, Mr.
Never
Hemlock.
played
That's your minute. That concludes the discussion portion of the day. Night falls upon the city. As the night grows darker, the The vicious mafia raises their pistols and moves past the players. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. Mafia John awakens and looks for Sheriff. Sheriff awakens and looks for Mafia. Everyone remain in their same positions. Player number 7, your best guess, so 3 players that you feel are Mafia.
Am I number 7? Yeah, I am, right?
Yes, Miss
Oh,
Frenchie, yes.
Uh,
Sorry, remove your blindfold, number 7. Yes, so best guess, 3 players.
I have no one right now. Maybe 2, 8, 2, 8, and maybe 6. I don't know.
286 accepted. You may go back to sleep.
Okay. What's going on?
Morning rises in the city. We have some bad news. Unfortunately, we have Mafia in this town, and player number 7, you were shot.
Yeah.
So player number 7, you have 1 final minute.
Is it a new thing to ask? That is weird as. Yeah. Yeah, you and 8 are not in the same team because, but I didn't know. I don't know who else, to be fair. You're weird. So I think you're more in the dark side for me. But I don't know. I would say for Sheriff to check number 3, number 2, just because she's experienced. Yeah, I don't have much more, to be honest with you. So, thank you very much. Yeah. Good
Thank
night.
you, Miss Frenchie. Please give a round of applause as she's now leaving our table. We start our discussions today with player number 2, Miss Mamba. You have 1 minute.
Thank you. So I cannot be together with the same team with player number 8 and number 6 because I asked Sheriff to check them, if you remember. So if you checked player number 8 and he is dark, you don't waste check on me because I obviously in other team. If he is red, I might be confused, right? So what I'm trying to say, so I said, yesly 8 is dark, 3 is dark. Why? Because
What's Yesli?
Warning, Miss Fortune.
if 8 is dark, 3 is dark, because 8 start very precisely. Number 1, missing me, and number 3, number 4, number 5, you know? So he's just skipping us, but I know that I'm red, so I suspect number 3 is dark.
10 seconds.
I mean, if number 8 is dark, if he is not dark, it makes sense to check number 3. I nominate number 8.
Number 8 accepted.
Thank you.
And that's your minute. Then we move on to player number 3, Mr. Ross, your minute.
I didn't get a good sleep last night, but luckily I'm still here to tell the tale. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused when it comes to the whole sort of team thing, because it's a lot for my brain to handle. But I think from the best of what I can gather, with player number 8 and player number 4, Miss Mamba has already asked to check them. So if the sheriff checks number 8, no?
I didn't ask to check number 4.
Warning, Miss Mamba.
Oh, okay. Just 5, not 4. 3. Oh, number 3. Okay. You see what I mean? Like I get very easily confused. But I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not ready to nominate anyone yet because I don't really know much. But
10 seconds.
I think probably if the sheriff checks number 8 or number 2 would make sense, or maybe number 4. But yeah, I pass. I'm very confused.
And thank you, Mr. Ross. That's your minute. We move on to player number 4, Mr. Amerigo. Your minute.
I will not nominate number 8 because he found me bad, and I'd rather nominate number 5
Number 5 accepted.
because it's quite unusual. She always found me suspicious, but this time she played with me. I think the 5 could be a mafia. I'm not 100% sure, but I need to split the opinions. If you're thinking as me, please vote against number 5. Number 8 a bit suspicious, but not really. His speech was
10
weak,
seconds.
but weak for me. But maybe it's loud and heavy for somebody else. 1, 2, and 3 red for me.
And thank you, Mr. Mediga. That's your minute. We move on to player number 5, Miss Phoenix. Your minute.
I don't get that. Why? It's not a really strong argument to actually nominate that because I'll say that I'm gonna play with you.
I already explained.
Warning, Mr. Mediga.
I said, but I just pointed out that that wasn't really a strong argument because, yeah, I usually do that, but it's like you're giving me red vibes, so now I have to suspect about you because of that. I'm gonna leave you there. I'm gonna keep thinking that you're more red than dark for now. I'm gonna nominate number 3.
Number 3
His
accepted.
speech was out of nowhere. Why? Because you didn't really say anything clear. It's like you were just stumbling up, so wasn't really clear what you were trying to point out. So I'm nominating him to see between those two how the voting goes, so that will give
10
us a
seconds.
clue of how people is gonna vote. So I'm a red citizen, believe me. Yeah, I am. I'm playing still with you. Probably
And
number
thank
2.
you, Miss Phoenix. That's your minute. We now move on to player number 6, Miss Fortune. Your minute.
Number 1, number 2 still red for me. Number 3, you sound dark. I'm sorry. Yeah, you sound dark now. Again, so this side for me just one number 3. So because he is already nominated, I don't believe number 8. I don't know. I feel like he's tired or something, but not because he's dark. It just gives me a red vibe. But sheriff could check him. I just don't believe so. Number 9 and 10 for me. I will listen for you. But for me now, number 3. And just because I don't know, I don't feel dark vibe here. I don't feel
10
dark
seconds.
vibe here. So I just vote for. I'll nominate number 9.
Number
for
9
now,
accepted.
For now, but just to give more opinion later on.
And thank
to
you, Miss
vote.
Fortune. That's your minute. We now move on to player number 8, Mr. Rat. Your minute.
I'm confused. I still think number 4 is probably the most red for me. Number 3, more mafia. Nah, maybe more mafia vibe. Number 2, probably a bit more red now, but probably like 60-40. Number 9, number 10, I don't know, but they haven't really nominated anyone from what I remember. Well, not nominated, but given hints to. Who's red?
10
Who's
seconds.
Mafia? Probably number 3, more that, but number 5 more mafia.
And thank you, Mr. Rat. That's your minute. We now move on to player number 9, Mr. President. Your minute.
Yeah, number 5 is number 5, number 2, number 3. Like, number 2 because if she wasn't Mafia, I feel the Mafia would have killed her first because she's such an experienced player, so they would have targeted her. But because of that, I feel like she could be Mafia. Number 3, most people who go to jail end up going back in jail, so it's like a business, there's no reform, so yeah, I think you're still a Mafia even after all this time. You claim to be a new man, but to me, you're the same, even more ruthless than before. So number 2, number 3, and number 5 are my picks for Mafia here. Number 6, no idea why you just nominated me out of
10 seconds.
whatever. Pass.
Thank you, Mr. President. We move on to player number 10, Mr. Hemlock, your minute.
There's 3 things I want to say. The first is 5 in the very beginning said I'm playing with number 7. Number 7 is dead, so 5 for me is the most red at the table. Second thing is, I understand number 2's argument about player 8 skipping 2, and I don't know if we skipped 3, but I know personally, like if I have nothing to say about someone, I will skip them. And if you also knew, not necessarily, so I don't know if I don't think that's a dark thing, though I'm not sure if he is, like, he's great for me essentially. And number 3, yeah, your speech just didn't really seem all over the shop, like you were sort of scrambling for words at the same time. I don't have anyone else to nominate because I'll probably be going for player 3. So
10 seconds.
I won't nominate anyone else. And that's all my thoughts at the moment.
Thank you, Mr. Hemlock. We move on to we've concluded our discussion today with player number 1, Miss Candy, your minute.
Hello everyone. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking 3 is Mafia, so I nominate 3.
Very supported.
I don't know, why is it, okay. I don't know about 5 yet. Sheriff should check 5. I'm playing with 9 and 8. I liked 8's last speech because I was feeling that. So I'm kind of lost whether 2 and 8 are on different teams or what's going on there. Originally I was like suspicious of 6, but now you're definitely acting more red for me. You're on our team, so Sheriff can check me if they like, but yeah, I would check 5. I would definitely
10 seconds.
5 or 2. Pass.
Thank you, Miss Candy. That concludes the speaking portion of the day. We now move on to the nomination portion of the day. We have 4 players up for nomination. I'll please remove all hands and elbows from the table, and no gesturing is allowed from now on. We have 4 players up for nomination. Player number 8, player number 5, player number 3, and player number 9. I'll repeat. Player number 8, player number 5, player number 3, and player number 9. Who would like to vote player number 8? 2, thank you. Who would like to vote player number 5? Too late, unfortunately. Who would like to vote player number 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who would like to vote player number 9? 1 vote. Thank you. 8, 4.
Can you vote multiple times? Because I voted twice.
So your first one did not count, so then the second one that you did on the table definitely counts. Awesome. So someone did not vote. Okay, so your vote now goes to player number 9. So player number 3, unfortunately you had the most votes and you were eliminated, put to prison. You have 1 final minute.
I think you're just prejudiced against me because I just come out of jail. And I don't think it's really fair. You know, I'm trying to lead a better life. Pizza shop went under when I went to prison. He's like, how are you supposed to run a pizza shop when you're inside? You know, like, I've got all these people working for me, and the pizzas come out looking like footballs. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that's pretty bad, really. I guess I'm just gonna have to go back inside. It'll give me plenty of time to think about what my next business venture will be. In terms of people here, I don't know. I'm a good citizen. I don't know who the mafia are. Good luck trying to find all that out. I'm going back to prison. Free food. See ya.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. A round of applause for leaving our table. Night falls upon the city. I'm just going to quickly, you guys put your mask on, I'm going to quickly write that down. Wait, James, just a pause, just so that no one gets a foul. What did he say just at the end there?
Free food in prison.
Free food in prison. Beautiful. As the night grows darker, the vicious mafia raises their pistols and moves past the players. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. Mafia John awakens and looks for Sheriff. Sheriff awakens and looks for Mafia. Morning arises in the city. Unfortunately, morning arises. Everyone's awake. Unfortunately, Mafia were precise in their shot in play number 8. Unfortunately, you were killed. You have 1 final minute.
Oh well. I guess the grave will be much nicer than life. Pass.
Thank you, Mr. Rat. Please give him a round of applause. We start the discussions today with player number 4, Mr. Amerigo. Your minute.
Before the last speech of number 5, I thought that she could be Mafia, but her eyes could be wrong. Yeah, and I believe she's genuine and red player. I think the Mafia could be number 1. And who you checked? Who you checked? Who? 10 bet and 5. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, I will give you the option for to post your vote. You will have time. So yeah, I was wrong just in a second. Yeah.
10 seconds.
Who else? So we have two. We still have 2 Mafias on the table, right?
And thank you, Mr. Amerigo. That's your minute. We now move on to player number 5, Miss Phoenix. Your minute.
I was wondering the same. Still 2 Mafia or 3 Mafia on the table? I think 3. Those 3 there. Those 3 there. I'm gonna nominate player number 9.
Number 9 accepted.
Just why? So put on the table because he said I was bad. I'm not. So he just did a really bad. Actually, check. 1. Those 3 are Mafia, definitely. Number 1 as well. Yeah, she is. Now that I actually see through her, her facial expression had changed a little bit. So Sheriff, check either 1 and 10 is your decision. Let's see what they have to say to actually decide which one of them. But yeah, number 9 is Mafia. I'm nominating him. He said that 10 is Mafia. 10 is
10
bad,
seconds.
and I'm dark, and I'm dark. I'm not dark, so definitely he should be dark as well.
And thank you, Miss Phoenix. That's your minute. We move on to player number 6, Miss Fortune. Your minute.
Okay, it's interesting that people saying that number 1 to check and has suspicion. Yeah, so I possibly put you on the gray zone now. Yeah, number 1. Number 2 is still red for me, and number 4 red, and 5 red, I'm telling you. So definitely number 9, number 10 for me, they're black player. Oh, sorry, dark player. So then, I don't know who is third person. I'm thinking now maybe number 1 for me, so I will vote for number 10.
Sorry, you would.
Sorry, nominate. Sorry.
Number 10
nominate
accepted.
Number 10, yeah. And 9 and 10, the
10
darkest
seconds left.
for me. I will listen what they all say. Pass.
And thank you, Miss Fortune. We move on to player number 9, Mr. President. Your minute.
Yeah, number 5 is a dark player.
Show all of your checks.
Second
He didn't
warning,
say
Mr.
anything when we
Amerigo.
asked him. He
And
didn't say, he didn't nominate
Second
anyone.
warning, Miss Fortune.
So
That's why I don't believe him.
I'm not claiming Sheriff, I'm just saying 5 is dark and then 10 might be dark as well. Just because lots of reason for number 5. She tried to make it nice with number 7 at the very first turn. And then number 10. And then number 10 just said, oh yeah, 5 is good because she tried to allow with number 5, but it can be tricky.
10 seconds.
And that's it, I pass.
Thank you, Mr. President. We move on to player number 10, Mr. Hemlock, your minute.
Well, I'm completely lost because and no one seems to be telling me anything, so I'm a bit resigned. But like last round we were all saying 3 is dark, we were going to vote for 3, and then last minute people saying good, and I'm asking why no one is saying anything. I can only assume this is the 3 Mafia trying to just get the 1 votes on people at the end of the day. Yeah, look, no one's communicating anything to me, so I can only have to assume the people trying to get these votes done are Mafia. So I'll nominate player number 4.
Number 4 accepted.
Frustration and lack of information.
10 seconds.
I don't really know what else to say. Just like, oh, no one's talking to me. I'll pass.
Thank you, Mr. Hemlock. We move on to player number 1, Miss Candy, your minute.
Well, I'm probably most suspicious of 9 at the moment, so I'll probably nominate 9.
9 supported.
9, last chance to tell us who reveals you.
3rd warning, Mr. Amerigo.
You're taking my time. No. Yeah, I definitely, I'm working with 6, definitely. 5, we've got trust issues. But I think, let's mend that little heart, let's get back together. 4 is more red for me. 2, I'm not sure, you're very active in the game. And you're not really talking with me very much, so maybe, I don't know, suspect me as well, I'm not sure, but yeah, 10 is very dark for me, but I'm still gonna go with 9 and then 10 next time. Pass.
Thank you, Miss Candy. We conclude today's discussions with player number 2, Miss Mamba, your minute.
I nominate player number 5.
Number 5 accepted.
This is a very critical moment, so you just not speak anything, you just note to me. Are you sheriff? This is very important. You cannot, because if you're not saying that you're sheriff right now, we're gonna lose. Do you understand? Are you sheriff? Okay. So you check number 5 and number 10, they're both dark. Is it correct? Alright, so there is other sheriff? You sheriff. Too late. So who you checked? Show 10 dark and what? 7. Just show 7 or 8. 8, of course. Yeah. Who else you checked? Who else you checked? Okay, good. So I've never saw
10
before
seconds.
that 10. Okay, 10 is going. I nominate player number 10. 10 is going because he is dark from both sides. Because 10 is dark from both sides. So
Thank you, Miss Mamba. That's your minute. That concludes the discussion portion of the day. No gesturing and no hands on the table, please, from this point forward. We have 4 players up for nomination. Very, very close. Don't forget you have 3. So we have 4 players up for nomination. Player number 9, player number 10, player number 4, and player number 5. I'll repeat. Player number 9, player number 10, player number 4, and player number 5. Who would like to vote player number 9? 1, thank you. Who would like to vote player number 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Who would like to vote player number 4? 1, thank you. And who would like to vote player number 5? 0 votes, thank you. So unfortunately, player number 10, you were put to prison. You have 1 final minute.
I don't know what to really say because I wasn't really included on anything, so yeah, I don't know. Like, there's apparently still 2 sheriffs at the table, so like normally one of them's supposed to be Don and one of them's supposed to be sheriff, but neither of you, I don't know. So I guess you have to vote out one of them because one of them is obviously lying. 9 said it first, 6 came in afterwards. Yeah. I'll pass the rest of my time.
Thank you, Mr. Hemlock. Please give him a round of applause if you can have any updates. Night falls upon the city. As the music goes louder and the night gets darker, the vicious mafia raises their pistols and moves past the players. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. Mafia John awakens and looks for Sheriff.
Yesterday was your last day. Tomorrow was too late. Could you say goodbye?
Sheriff awakens and looks for Mafia.
Would you live each moment like your last? Evil pictures.
Morning arises in the city. Unfortunately, Mafia were precise, and player number 6, you were killed. You have 1 final minute.
Yeah, it's sort of expected. So I checked number 1, and she's a dark player. So previously, I'm a sheriff, real sheriff. First night I checked number 8. You asked mostly to check number 8, so he's a red player. Then I checked number 10. Now I check number 1. So 9, 10, and 1 dark players. Yeah. Good luck. What else can I say? Yeah, everything obvious, I believe. Yeah. So when he say he's a sheriff, he couldn't say who he checked. So yeah, no, he was like really hesitated, like really, and you talked
10 seconds
for him. Yeah, you were. Who did you say? Do you remember now?
I'm the
Did you
sheriff.
check me?
I'm the sheriff.
Warning, Miss
Yes,
Candy.
I know. I didn't
I'm
check
the
you,
sheriff.
but
I
you
checked,
revealed as a.
And thank you, Miss Fortune. Please give a round of applause. We start our discussions today with player number 5, Miss Phoenix. Your minute.
Okay, tell us who do you check? Numbers. And 2 was? 7 was what? Yeah. 4 was? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Second place, Miss Candy.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't trust you. I'm nominating number 1.
Number 1 accepted.
Yeah, for just because of that. Yeah, I'm gonna trust her more because why I don't trust 9 being the sheriff because he told I was dark player and I'm not a dark player. That's the simple, teeny tiny reason. It's like, and Mamba asked him so many times to confirm he was the sheriff. He hesitated a lot. So, sorry, you're going now, and I will say that after that we'll win the game. If you don't have the left.
10
one more
seconds.
night, yeah, we'll kill 1. Just choose 1. But yeah, after getting rid of number 1, the next one will be number 9 for sure. I'll pass.
And thank you, Miss Phoenix. That's your minute. We move on to player number 9, Mr. President. Your minute.
Yeah, so I'm the sheriff and I nominate number 1.
Number 1 supported.
Yes. And after that, maybe number 5, but for now, just number 1. And I pass.
Thank you, Mr. President. We move on to player number 1, Miss Candy. Your minute.
Number 9 is lying to everyone. I was the sheriff. I checked 7, and then I checked 4, and then 8. And 7 and 8 were good, and 4 is good. And yeah, so I was the sheriff, and 9 is literally lying to everyone. And if he keeps going in the game, he's going to win for the mafia. So we have to. I nominate 9.
Number 9
We have to
accepted.
vote out 9. Yeah. No further notes. 4 is good. 5, good. 2, I haven't checked. So yeah, pass.
Thank you, Miss Candy. We move on to player number 2, Miss Mamba. Your minute.
I nominate player number 9. So he said he checked
Nine supported.
number 1 was red, and then he said that he said that he nominated her. So that's it. Okay, number 1. Which knight you checked number? Can you please repeat your checks one by one? So first knight, who was it? Number 7, then second knight, number 4, and then number 8. Right? Number
So
8.
actually, I'm not the
was
sure.
there.
Warning, Mr. President.
Sorry, number 8 wasn't at the table at the last night already. So she said she checked 7, then somebody else, then 8, and 8 wasn't on the. Okay, number 1.
She
Okay.
didn't even vote against them. If you check.
Warning, Miss Phoenix.
Okay, number 1 is going, and if you continue.
10
number
seconds left.
9 will.
Number 9 is lying to everyone.
Maybe.
Third warning, Miss Mandy.
We're gonna figure it out later. Why he's
Well, no,
like.
yeah.
And thank you, Miss Marva. That's your minute. Mr. Amerigo, you have 3 warnings. So who would you like to nominate? Number 1. Well, number 1 supported. Thank you. So now that concludes the discussion portion of the day. We now move on to the nomination portion of the day. Please remove all hands and elbows from the table, and no gesturing is allowed from now on. We have 2 players up for nomination, player number 1 and player number 9. I'll repeat, player number 1 and player number 9. Who would like to vote player number 1? 4, thank you. And who would like to vote player number 9? 1, thank you. Unfortunately, player number 1, you had the most votes, so you were put to prison. You have 1 final minute.
Mafia kill number 4. Pass.
Thank you, Miss Candy. Please give a round of applause to our giving our table. And I declare the end of the game and the victory of the citizens. Mafia was player number 3, player number 10, and Mafia John player number 1, and Sheriff player number 6.
Okay, once again, number 3, who?
Number 3, number 10, and Mafia
1.
John number 1.
Okay, and
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Because
We leave us.
nobody asked to check number 4. Nobody asked to check number 7. This.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's cut it out with
Nobody
lies.
asked.
Hi, guys.
No.
I hope you enjoyed this game.
Yeah, check
Please
number
subscribe to
seven.
our
I
channel.
thought she was telling me to call.
Oh my God, that was
That's
just too
why.
bad.